going to be a very scrappy game. Both players, of course, going to try and try to get, one straight hit. Of course, Mateo, all it takes is one nair, and you're going to be all the way up in the upper smash zone, blast zone region.
Yeah, we got the Roy Karflo. We got to see it. This is early ultimate matchup here. Palutena versus Roy. Let's see how it goes, Jellyfish. And you got that back air into the jab block, trying to find something, but the back air not going to connect.
Yeah, Mateo actually kind of misinputting. Very uncharacteristic of him right there. Going, for an explosive flame, but facing the other way. And again, this probably goes down to the pressure that Roy has to offer. That's that blistering speed that he has. Not only that, but once he gets up close, it's just devastating how much damage he can do. But speaking of damage right there, Mateo, of course, having the nair, having the up air, a lot of multi-hits that Palutena has, just so much damage, and forces you to be in a very bad position and forces you to go for bad options. That's what Mateo is really looking for. But speaking of bad option, I mean, not a bad option, but Karflo catching it out, that back air to take out that stock very early. And again, that's just characteristic of Roy, taking stock super early.
Yeah, both players are just warming up a little bit. A minute has gone by. Karflo just taking the early lead, trying to find another way in, but the back throw coming through. Yeet! Coming through. This is really a 2019 set. I am in heaven right now. We're seeing it here in 2023. Roy versus Palutena. I'm loving it. Karflo racking up just a little bit more damage, pushing the advantage.
Yeah, back when DLC 2 didn't plague this world. But no, I mean, speaking of damage, Mateo's got to get something. Finally gets that nair, but doesn't one. Again, Mateo really dropping a lot of combos that he's known to hit consistently against Karflo, and that could just be the Roy effect, like you said before. Just, again, a character so fast, so willing to just get in your face. Sometimes you're not expecting it. Looking for the ledge jump with the up, smart stuff from Karflo. Going for that dash back, that turnaround to potentially go for a back air, but doesn't connect it. Finally gets that side B. Dancing Blade gonna do the trick for Karflo, and this lead is mounting up against Mateo right now, as he's struggling to find something. Constant forward airs to send him off stage. Mateo at 40%. Could die here. We're talking about Roy.
Mateo's just not able to land. Another Dancing Blade. Not enough rage and not enough percent of Mateo to even just get a kill right there. But you got to be scared even if you get hit by that. That's not a great position you want to be in. Up air, sweet spot hit. Mashing out of Mateo with the nair, but a back air hit for Karflo, sending Mateo off stage is a really bad situation. No Jer, but a reversal back air. Hold on.
Is that gonna kill? The counter do it.
And
never mind. I mean, hey, you gotta get assurance, right? Like that down air, that stock potentially play against the mentality of Karflo. Of course, you know how crushing spikes can be, especially being hit by many of them myself. But yeah, I mean, Mateo definitely has a comeback factor in him, and finally getting these nairs off, looking for an up air, not going to be able to connect it. But I mean, this is still close between both of these players. However, Karflo just has the ability to get one straight hit and knock up the stock very early. 137. You got to be very cautious as Mateo, and when you're not, you lose stocks like that. The up tilt gonna take game number 1 for Karflo.
That's a creative way to get a kill. That's not like, Roy has a bunch of kill power with a Dancing Blade. You got an up B2, F tilt, up tilt. But making sure you're able to find those unique situations to get kills, extremely strong. Same could be said for Mateo. Going for that counter into that downer spike, catching Karflo, air dodging, has to recover in a later position. But I mean, we saw a first hit nair, it's an up tilt. Solid way to get a kill, and you can react to it properly and get that stock, especially at a higher percent. Let's see how it goes. Hall of Bastion is going to be Mateo's counter pick here at a best of 3.
Yeah, I don't hate the stage pick at all. I mean, again, smaller blast zone, to be able to play around, that one singular platform, not allowing Roy really good mobility options, despite, Roy being one of the fastest characters in this game, and of course being able to get onto that platform with a full hop. Good dash attack right there, actually, from Mateo. He's cooking up, getting the explosive light, gets the auto reticle, off stage, gets that back air, an amazing edge guard right there from Mateo. Classic of him. That's what we want to see from Mateo. And I mean, that lead right now, it's mounting up to Karflo. We're seeing the tables turn in this game.
Yeah, that was like a classic Mateo, classic Palutena edge guard situation, catching your opponent in disadvantage so many times off the stage. Now Karflo trying to answer back with another stock. 92% on Mateo. Trying to find the jabs into a nair. Just going to go for the forward throw from the shield. Karflo just trying to answer at the ledge. Trying to find another Jair situation again. Not able to get anything. Mateo answering back. Nice throw. Going to go for the forward throw. Just set up an edge guard situation.
And you know, with Mateo having this lead allows him to patiently. What you're seeing from Mateo gets hit on the F tilt. But I mean, 65% extra credit. Courtesy of, you know, playing patiently, not having to approach Roy a lot, you know, even despite Roy being a rush-on character, benefiting from trying to get in most of the time, Mateo is able to punish all those options very well with the nair, with, you know, big hitboxes, even like Explosive Flame, Auto Radical, all these options Mateo's using very well. Karflo looking for the up air to no avail.
Oh, nice down tilt catching. Karflo recovering.
Smart.
Leaps right back. Yeet coming through. Another back air kill from Mateo. 2 stocks to 1. Karflo in a pretty big disadvantage. We could be seeing Mateo answer back for another set win. We could be seeing a game 3 here.
Yeah, I mean, finally we might be able to see game 3 in this block. all of our games. 2-0s, but I mean, if anyone's able to bring this to game 3, it's Mateo right now. And you can see as he just has a commanding lead. Karflo bleeding a lot in this last stock. You can't really be doing that against a character like Palutena. Gets the F smash, able to get that read, just opening up that book, reading it way ahead. Spark notes it even. It's just lights out for Karflo as we go to game 3.
I was watching that on the side stream. We're going to be seeing the replay here. Nice back throw, setting up the edge guard situation, forces Karflo to recover low, but that perfectly timed F smash, and I'd have to say perfectly spaced as well. I thought that was going to whiff and only get the win box, but just barely getting the active hit on the hit for the wings and getting the kill. That's just a way you could steal out a game. Mateo evening up game number 3. We're heading to Smashville now, Jellyfish.
Yeah, and I mean, I like the stage pick from Karflo because Roy really benefits off of these smaller stages, especially like Town and City, where it then becomes FD. You don't have a lot of options to move around. But I mean, looks like Mateo's benefiting off of this stage pick more than Karflo is. Again, smaller stages allows for opponents, players really to get, you know, one hit off and then make the most out of it. But it's just been back and forth between both these players. Like, as you can see, Karflo gets one hit off, and it's already up to 77% for him.
Yep, Karflo getting that up special, just racking up a little bit more. Both players just trying to dance around. They're trying to get the little bit more percent on line to try to find a kill here. Okay. 109. Karflo just trying to evade Mateo. Down throw, way too air dodged out. You can't get a fall up there. Has to go for the recovery. Yep. You saw Karflo had to go for the air dodge and had to be set up in a situation where Mateo could go for a counter. Now, Mateo answering back, quick nairs in succession, trying to find another option. Karflo mashing out.
Oh, there you go. That's the stock. But I mean, both these players really, I'm liking how Mateo in general, when Karflo is off stage, especially high, he's going for a lot of these empty hops, trying to force Karflo to go for a bad option and then trying to punish it because it'll help out Mateo in the end. And even if you empty hop, you know, you're a fast character. Palutena has really good airspeed and is just able to fast fall, get back, you know, into advantage, get back center stage. And I mean, it's working wonders right now for Mateo as, again, he has Karflo off stage, a position you don't want to be in when you're Roy.
Yep, now Karflo pushing the advantage, having the center stage, but Mateo answering right back with another back throw, trying to set up at the ledge. Up smash, badly timed, badly spaced. Karflo now keeping Mateo at disadvantage. Another jab into back air combo, the Jair signature combo for Roy, getting it and sealing out a second stock. Now on the precipice of taking this game, moving on to top 16, but a back throw coming through, not gonna kill just yet.
Looking for another auto reticle, trying to, you know, go for a gimp, just not being able to find it. Another down air, trying to spike the stock, spike Karflo's second stock, but again to no avail. And this is the patience that I like this from Karflo. You know, when you have a lead, again, no real reason for you to approach, just force Mateo to get in, but that back throw gonna do wonders for Mateo. It's been doing a lot for Mateo. It's taking a lot of stocks off of Karflo, that back throw.
Yep, now Karflo having a pretty decent advantage in terms of percent. Could get the forwarder hit, but not gonna kill just yet. Just a little bit lower percent. With a back air off the ledge, catches Palutena, try to recover, and gonna be winning. Karflo 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, what a game 3 that we saw. That adaptation flow compared to the last 2 games definitely helped him out. Mateo, I mean, it was just back and forth with both of these players. You know, at one point Mateo had quite a lead, then Karflo brought it back, vice versa. But just in general, I feel like Karflo was able to benefit off of a lot of, you know, the quick moves, the very little end lag that Roy has with all of his moves. Karflo was able to make the most out of it. And just in general, Mateo was dropping a lot of combos, not even getting them in the first place. So that definitely costed Mateo a lot of percentage, even a lot of stocks. But I mean, just in general, this New Jersey raid from out of region players has been successful. I mean, you're seeing people like Hayes, you're seeing Mateo, Jukane, Justin Violet, you know, all the guys that are so synonymous, so well known in New Jersey, getting dropped by a lot of players from like New York, even out of, you know, out of state. And it's very nice to see, you know, a change of pace in Fusion.
You know, it just goes to show that, you know, you might be winning your locals, but there are still going to be people that are better than you coming out to your own locals trying to beat you, and that just proves that you got to improve a little bit. You know, it's just something we like to see. You don't always want to be at one local at all the time. You want to see invaders come through, and that's just something you want to see to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, very, very good stuff from both players. But we're gonna see Karflo get the better result, really, just in general, against Mateo. 2-1. I mean, again, one of the very few game 3s that we have seen in this bracket. I think in general, throughout all the games that we have seen, it's like not even like six game 3s that we're seeing. A lot of 2-0s from everyone. But to follow up on a lot that's happening in the losers bracket, Big C, who we saw beat Krusty Pizza, of course, being sent down to losers, but it's just 2 sets away from getting into top 16. Of course, in his way, Hayes